Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game number 154 of the 2007 Cleveland Indians Stratomatic Mostly Advanced Replay. The Indians are in the middle of a three-game series against the Oakland A's. The Indians come into the game with a 73-80 record. They are tied with the division lead with the Minnesota Twins. And the Oakland A's have clinched at least a tie for the division. They have an 84-71 record, which is way better than what they did in the real season. So their magic number is 1 against the A's. So we could have a clinching game. In fact, in real life, as I said in the previous video, the Indians actually clinched not this game, but the next game. And in hyperfast scoring, there is another team. I believe the Dodgers have a magic number as 1 as well. So we could have 2 clinching spots happening tonight. But today's pitching matchup is Dan Haren for the A's and Paul Byrd for the Indians. Paul Byrd's stance on the season, not very good. Five wins, 11 losses, 151 innings pitched, 81 earned runs allowed, 23 walks, 71 strikeouts, and a 4.83 ERA. Here's the lineup he'll be facing. Leading off and playing left field is Shannon Stewart. Batting second and playing first base is Derek Barton. Batting third, the future Cleveland Indian and former Ohio State Buckeye, Nick Swisher. Cleaning up and playing right field, Jack Cust. Batting fifth and the designated hitter, Dan Johnson. Batting sixth and playing second base, Mark Ellis. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Marco Scudero. Batting eighth and playing third base is Jack Hanahan. And batting ninth and playing catcher is Kurt Suzuki. The Indians defensively in the outfield, Kenny Lofton in left, Grady Sizemore in center, and Franklin Gutierrez in right. On the infield from third to first, Casey Blake at third, Johnny Peralta at short as Drupal Cabrera at second, and Victor Martinez at first, which means Kelly Shopik will be behind the plate pitching Paul Byrd. And here we go. That's a ground ball to first, and Martinez steps on the bag himself, one away. And now stepping to the plate is Derek Barton. And Barton lifts this one to deep center field and out of here. So home run for Barton. And quickly it is 1-0 A's, who actually won this game in real life, and Barton actually homered in the next game. All right, here's Nick Swisher. And 1-6 single chance. That's an 8 line drive caught by the second baseman Cabrera. 2 away. Oops. And here's Jack Cust. And a shortstop X to 16 will be fine for Johnny Peralta. And that will retire the side, but the A's get out to the early lead on the Barton homer. And we go to the bottom of the first. All right, the Indians' batting order is Sizemore, Cabrera. The designated hitter is Travis Hafner. Then Martinez, Peralta, and Blake. And then Lofton, Gutierrez, and Shopik. All right, we'll get the Indians' batting stats here. So Grady Sizemore coming to the plate. 272 average. 16 homers, 61 RBIs, and 40 stolen bases. And a 2-9's a fly ball to right. And easy play for Jack Cust, 1 away. And here's Drupal Cabrera. 236 average, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Been a kind of a big disappointment. He came in and played so great in the real season. And 1-8 swing and a miss, strike 3. And here's one of the other big disappointments, Travis Hafner, 236 average, 30 homers, 89 RBIs. Would love to see that average be higher by about 30 points. All right, here's Hafner. And a 2-9 swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the Indians here in the first. And we'll go to the second. 1-0 A's. And Johnson, Ellis, and Scudero due up for the A's here in the second. And here's the pitch to Johnson. For 10 is a fly ball to center, and Sizemore will retire Dan Johnson. Brings up Mark Ellis. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Byrd. 2 away. Here's Scudero. Ground ball to short. And a 1-2-3 inning for the A's here in the second. 1-0 going to the bottom of the second. Martinez, Peralta, and Blake due up. Face Dan Haren. One, 5, and that's a 6, so that's ripped over the center fielder's head, and one hops the wall. Into second with a double is Martinez, who came into the game batting .307 with 33 homers and 109 RBIs, has just hit his 39th double of the season. And here's Johnny Peralta. Let's move things on my computer to make this a little easier for me. And Johnny Peralta takes his time to the plate, not getting an 8-second violation like Brian Rocchio did on Monday night. 243 average, 22 homers, 71 RBIs. And there's a fly ball to left, and Stewart will make the catch, and going back to second base is Martinez. And now here's Casey Blake. 255 average, 19 homers, 71 RBIs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout for Haren. 2 down for Kenny Lofton, who as a member of the Indians is hitting .308 with 2 homers and 18 RBIs. Ground ball to second, and Ellis retires Lofton, and a leadoff double does nothing. And we go to the top of the third, 1-0 A's. Hanahan, Suzuki, and Stewart. Three, 4, ground ball to short. 1 away. Here's Suzuki. And whew, I got away with one there. Put it in the sweets in the wheelhouse, but Suzuki can't do anything with it except fly to the warning track. 1-17 would have been a homer, but that's a 20. 2 down. Maybe that'll spark the Indians' offense, who's been dormant as of late in this replay. And a 5-6 against the righties, a fly ball to center, and Grady Sizemore will retire Shannon Stewart. 1-2-3 inning here in the third. Top of the third, and we go to the bottom of the third. Indians trail 1-0. And Haren will face Gutierrez, Shopik, and Sizemore. Franklin on the season, 269 average, 20 homers, 49 RBIs. And a 2-8. And I believe he hit this one of the previous games too. 1 to 3 is a triple, and he gets the 3. I was pretty sure it's the previous game. Y'all can watch that video and see if it was the previous game. So leadoff triple for Franklin Gutierrez, and the A's will play the infield back. They'll just look to get outs. And here's Kelly Shopick, 178 average, 8 homers, 19 RBIs. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Back to the top of the order, Grady Sizemore flew out his first time up. 2-8, swing and a miss, strike 3. At this point, you almost want to put a squeeze bunt down, but I ain't going to do it with 2 outs. Byrd struck out his first time up. That is strikeout number 4 for Haren. And a 3-7, and all the in between those walks and a single chance is a ground ball to second. And the Indians waste a leadoff triple. Go to the top of the 4th. A's lead 1-0. And due up for the A's, Barton, Swisher, and Cust. Barton responsible for the lone A's run with his first inning homer. And here's the pitch to Barton. And once again, that's a fly ball. Gets over Sizemore's head and into second with a double is Derek Barton. So halfway to the cycle for Barton, who will not be held on. Brings up next Swisher, lined out his first time up. And switch hitter batting left-handed is a line drive right to Peralta. He's lined out to second and lined out to short. 1 away, here's Jack Cust. 4-7. And that will get through. Rounding third and heading home is Barton. 2-0 A's. Here's Dan Johnson, won't hold Cust on. And that's over the head of Sizemore, and that'll rattle around. Hitting third and heading home is Cust. Into third with a triple is Dan Johnson. And it is 3-0 A's. You want to get their party started early. Infield will be brought in for Mark Ellis. And that ball is hit deep to left field and gone. So he got lucky on the first 4-9 chance, but didn't get so lucky this time. And it is now 5-0 A's. And Cliff Lee is loosening in the pen. They don't, unfortunately, have too many long guys. All right, so 1 out, bases empty, 5-0 A's. There's Scutero. Popped up the third, and Blake will retire Scutero. 2 down. Here's Jack Hanahan. Draws a walk. 2 out walk for Hanahan. They will not hold him on. Here's Kurt Suzuki, who missed that 4-9 chance. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and mercifully the top of the 4th ends, but not after the A's put up 4 and lead 5-0. Haren will face Hafner, Martinez, and Peralta. There's Hafner. Struck out his first time up. Shortstop X, as long as, let's see, Scudero is a 14. Yep, it should be. 14, yep. He'll take care of this and throw out Hafner, one down. Victor Martinez was one of 2 Indians' hits. Leadoff double in the second, but was stranded. And switch hitter betting left-handed, ground ball to second. Ellis retires Martinez, 2 down. Here's Johnny Peralta. And that's a ground ball to short. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Indians here in the 4th. We go to the 5th. 5-0. And Byrd will face Shannon Stewart for the 3rd time already. 0 for 2. Oh, good. 5-9 would have been an automatic home run. But that's a catcher chance. Shopik is a 3. 11 will not be in range. Shopik is an E4. So 5-10 will retire Shannon Stewart. And we'll dribble her out in front of the plate. And Shopik retires Stewart, 1 down. Here's Derek Barton. 1-5. And they finally get Barton out. Ground ball to first. And Martinez tags the bag. 2 down. Here's Swisher. And let's see. Switch hitter betting left-handed, thankfully. And that's into the gap. Bounces against the wall. 2-out double for Swisher. As a right-handed hitter, that would have been a automatic home run. And here's Jack Cust. Singled and scored his last time up. And a 3. And a 3 is a pop fly into foul territory, and Shopik throws off the mask, and that will retire the side. Double does no damage, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Indians trail 5-0. As Haren will face Blake, Lofton, and Gutierrez. And a 4-3 is a right field X chance. Oh, that should be fun for, not fun for Jack Cust. 5 and a 4. And that'll get over his head. If anybody would have been on, it would have been a 3-base advance. But once again, the Indians get a leadoff runner in scoring position. Interesting about this, the A's have Stewart in left, he's a +3 arm. They have Swisher in center, he's a +2 arm. And Cust in right as a +3 arm. Yeah. And yet the Indians have not taken advantage of it yet. Here's Kenny Lofton. And he'll get one over the head of the second baseman. But only moving to third is Casey Blake. And here's Franklin Gutierrez. Franklin tripled his first time up. Two, 4. There's a weak ground ball to second, and the only play for Ellis is to go to first. Scoring from third is Blake, and the Indians are on the board. And the crowd goes mild. Yay. All right, 50th RBI for Gutierrez. 5-1 A's. Here's Kelly Shopik, struck out his first time up. And a shortstop X will be handled by the shortstop Scudero. I think that's an A. Yep. So staying put is Lofton. Brings up Grady Sizemore with 2 down and a runner on second, and the Indians trailing 5-1. And that's a pop up into foul territory behind home plate. And Suzuki will retire Sizemore, and that will retire the side. Indians get a run and trail 5-1 going into the 6th. And this is the point of weakness inning for both pitchers. Johnson, Ellis, and Scudero. The part of the order that did all the damage in the 4th inning, as Johnson tripled. 2-10, draws a walk. And Cliffley is still loosening in the pen. They will not hold on Johnson. Here's Mark Ellis, homered his last time up. And there's a ground ball to second. Only plays to first. Going to second is Johnson. 1 down. And here is Mark Ellis. Oh, sorry, not Mark Ellis. Marco Scudero. And there's a fly ball to right. Johnson will think about tagging. 12 minus 1's an 11. 1-11, he goes to third. 12-19, he holds. He's out on a 20. So he's going to attempt to go. And he holds. So 2 down. And here's Jack Canahan. It's probably the final batter for Byrd here. 4-11 against a lefty. Popped him up. First baseman Martinez retires. Hanahan and the side. Go to the bottom of the 6th. 5-1 A's. Haren, who's faced 19 batters in 5 innings. And Cliffley is actually being settled down. Haren will face Cabrera, Hafner, and Martinez. Aaron Foltz and Tom Masney are loosening in the pen. Here's Cabrera 0 for 2. For 8, lefty fly ball to left. 1 down. Here's Travis Hafner. Hafner 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that's a foul ball. 2-7, draws a walk. Here's Victor Martinez, not holding on Hafner. Martinez 1 for 2 with a double. And either side is a second base X chance. 11 will not be in range. Ellis is a fantastic fielder. E5. So a 4-10 or a 12 will retire the side. There's an 8, so ground ball to short. Ranging towards second is Ellis. He'll throw to Scudero, who throws to Barton. Inning, double play. Going to the 7th, Indians trail 5-1. And Suzuki, Stewart, and Barton are due up, and we'll go with Tom Mastny, the overused Tom Mastny, but at this point, I think you'll forgive me for going over innings limit for Mastny. Mastny, 3-2 record, 64 2/3 innings pitched, 38 earned runs, 26 walks, 47 strikeouts, and a 5.29 ERA. He'll face Suzuki, Stewart, and Barton. (3-9) against a righty is a fly ball to right. Gutierrez, 1 down. For Shannon Stewart. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And here's Barton. And shortstop X just out of the range chance for Peralta. He did a 13, 7-11. He'll make the play. Not this time, so Barton will reach on an error. And here's Nick Swisher. No, against the lefty, he draws a walk. So the A's trying to get a 2-out rally. And here's Jack Cust. And second base X and a 2 and a 1. A good play by Cabrera to knock it down. But that is his only play. So base hit. And Aaron Foltz will now come into the game to try to get the lefty Johnson out. And we'll get you Aaron Foltz's stats here. 37 2/3 innings pitched, 1 win, 1 loss, 14 earned runs allowed, 12 walks, 32 strikeouts, and a 3.35 ERA. And bases are loaded for Dan Johnson, of course, hero of the final game of the 2011 season. One of the best days in baseball history. For 3 to the left fielder. Oh boy, 3 and a 4. Yep, Lofton's a 3. That's to the left fielder, a 4. And just out of the outstretched reach of Lofton, scoring from third is Barton. Let me see here, 3 and a 5. Scoring from second is Swisher. Going to third is Cust. And the A's now have a 7-1 lead. Second and third. Here's Mark Ellis. .212 and draws a walk, so the bases are reloaded. As Fultz is throwing gas onto the fire, here's Marcos Scudero. and pumped him up to, no, ground ball to third because it's a lefty. And that retires the side. But the A's get to and lead 7-1 stretch time here at Jacobs Field on the penultimate home game of this 2007 replay. Okay. Jensen Lewis is loosening in the pen. And he will pitch the 8th inning. Haren did give up a walk in his point of weakness inning, but he can now he's back down to 3. So it's 4 combined in 2 innings. All right, Johnny Peralta leads off. Six, 7, and that's an 8, so that will get through for base hit for Peralta. And Jerry Blevins and Roddy Lugo are loosening in the pen. As Peralta's on with leadoff single, here's Casey Blake. 6, 7, and that's a 3, and that's a base hit. And that will be all for Dan Haren. And we're going to take a timeout here and show you Jerry Blevins' card because he is not carded. We'll be right back after this. There is your extreme close-up of Jerry Blevins' card. And back to the game right after this. Okay, so Jerry Blevins comes into the game. Lefty-lefty matchup. As the A's lead 7-1. Haren goes 6 innings, but is responsible for the 2 runners on base. And here's Kenny Lofton. For 6 against the lefty. Base hit to center field. Rounding third and heading home is Peralta. Going to third is Casey Blake. And it is now 7-2. And here's Franklin Gutierrez. One 8 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Kelly Shopik. For 2 against the righty. That's a deep fly ball to left field. Making room is Stewart. He'll make the catch. Scoring from third is Blake. And the Indians cut the deficit to 7-3. But there are 2 outs and a runner on first. And here's Grady Sizemore. And a 1-9 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second time he's been down on strikes. The Indians answer the 2 that the A's score in the top half, but still trail 7-3. And Fultz will be replaced by Jensen Lewis. Roddy Lugo is loosening in the A's bullpen. Hanahan, Suzuki, and Stewart due up. And we'll get you Jensen Lewis's stats. Jensen on the season, 2 wins, no losses, 27 innings pitched, 7 earned runs allowed, 6 walks, 21 strikeouts, and a 2.33 ERA. All right, here's Hanahan. 2-5, and that's a 3. So Hanahan will get his first hit of the day. Go along with a walk. So he's reached base twice in 4 at-bats. And here's Kurt Suzuki. Five. That's an 18. End of the gap. Stopping at second is Suzuki. Hitting third is Hanahan. Not being held on makes it a 13. And no, they will hold at third. And Juan Lara is loosening in the pen. I still got 2/3 of an inning out of him that I can use, and I'll use them now. Infield be brought in for Shannon Stewart. Second base X chance, 2 and a 1. That'll get through. Scoring is Hanahan. The third is Suzuki. 8-3. And Jensen Lewis leaves with retiring nobody. And here's Juan Lara. I'm not even going to bother showing you his card, although if you really want to, I could show you it during the next game. Please leave a comment if you really want to see it. Juan Lara. Well, I pitched inning and a third. I used him for 2/3 of an inning, so I still have 2/3 of an inning I can use him. They'll face the lefty Barton. Infield is back. 3-4, draws a walk. So bases are loaded. Here's Nick Swisher. Build back. 3-8. Bases loaded walks, so scoring from third is Suzuki. And it is now a 9-3 game. Here's Jack Cuss. Bases loaded, nobody out. 4-10 against the lefty. That's an 11, so that will be a fly ball to deep left field. Lofton will make the catch, but scoring from third is Stewart. And I guess we'll say at the time, Oakland Raiders now lead 10-3. Here's Dan Johnson, first out of the inning. Base is still loaded. And let's see, got right-handed. Let's see here. Cliff Lee will be loosening in the pen. This will be the last batter for Lara. To 7, walks in another run. Unbelievable. Actually, no, he doesn't. That's bases loaded. Okay, so that'll be it for Juan Lara. He's used up his 3 walks and is now tired. Here's Cliff Lee. And Cliff Lee on the season. Now mainly a reliever. 5 wins, 9 losses. 88 innings pitched, 51 earned runs allowed, 29 walks, 47 strikeouts, and a 5.22 ERA. And I'll face Mark Ellis. Bases loaded, 1 out. And that's a foul ball. 5-7 against the righty, swing and a miss, strike 3. And a mock cheer comes up from the Jacobs Field crowd. And Marco Scutero. 3-5 against the lefty, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cliffley looks like he'll stay out for the 9th as the A's put up 3 and bat around. And let's see if we can get a lesser known. I will actually. Andrew Brown will come out and pitch the bottom of the 8th. I was going to have Alan Embry come out. He's a former Indian, but we'll have Andrew Brown come out. All right, actually, the A's are going to make a change defensively. Jeff DeVannen will come in and play center field. Nick Swisher will move from... Actually, he'll replace Cust. But we'll move to center field, and Nick Swisher will move to right field. Let's see here. Swisher's rating changes. Nope, he's still 3. So, DeVannen only slightly better in center field, but he will replace. Okay. All right, Andrew Brown will face Cabrera, Hafner, and Martinez. And a 5-9. Cabrera batting left-handed. Rips one down the third base line, down into the right field corner. And into second base with a leadoff double is Cabrera. And here's Travis Hafner. To 6, ground ball back to the mound. 1 away. Here's Victor Martinez. Doubled his first time up, but grounded out twice, including once into a double play. 3-8, ground ball to second. Moving to third is Cabrera, but there are 2 outs. For Johnny Peralta, who singled his last time up. And 2-6, he draws a walk. For Casey Blake. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Indians trailing 10-3. 2-3, and it hit him. So, bases are loaded for Kenny Lofton. And a 4-4, and that's out of range, but that's okay because Brown's an E0, and that retires the side. The Indians leave them loaded And we go to the top of the ninth. Indians trail 10-3. And Cliff Lee will stay out and pitch the final, hopefully the ninth inning. And the A's will get somebody else warming in the bullpen for the bottom of the ninth. Actually, we'll get Alan Embry. Actually, it's 17 saves with the A's, but... Okay, so here's Cliff Lee to face Jack Hanahan. Hanahan, a single and a walk in 4 trips to the plate. And the third base X, Casey Blake, will not be able to handle this. And that gets through for a hit, so 2 for 4 for Hanahan. Not being held on. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Double in 4 attempts. 3-7 against the lefty. Ground ball to short. Peralta to Cabrera to Martinez. Double play. And now batting for the 6th time tonight, Shannon Stewart. And a right field chance that's in range for Gutierrez, and that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Alan Embry. As the A's are 3 outs away from winning the American League West. And here's a pitch to Gutierrez. 110 against a lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kelly Shopik will be lifted for a pinch hitter. Ryan Garco will hit for Shopik. And so that means Martinez will catch. And Garco will play first base if 9th inning miracle happens. Get your Ryan Garco's stats here. Garco, 272 average, 20 homers, 60 RBIs. Three eights against the lefty, draws a walk. And actually, he will not take over at first base because we will get a pinch runner for Garco, Chris Gomez. And he will take over at first base. If needed. So Garco gets a plate appearance and walks with 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Grady Sizemore. Lefty-lefty matchup. 6-8, 1-4 single. That's a 7. So that's a line drive to the second baseman. 2 down. Last chance for the Indians is as Drupal Cabrera doubled his last time up. And against a righty, fly ball to right field, backing up and making the catch is the right fielder, Nick Swisher. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a American League West Division Championship out. As the A's take this one and will win the American League West. Okay. All right, I'll take a timeout, get the final line score, and do super fast scoring right after this. All right, 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the A's. 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Indians. Paul Byrd, your losing pitcher. Dan Haren gets the win. And so the next game will be the final home game of the season for the Indians as they look to try to stay in the race. We'll go ahead and start with the American League Central, which now has 2 games of note because the Tigers are a game and a half behind both the Indians and the Twins. But we'll start in Minnesota, where the Twins are facing the White Sox. Twins need a 1-4-1 in red, blue, and green order, or less, to take the division lead. Nope, 6-6-5, so the White Sox will win that one. And the Detroit Tigers are facing the Kansas City Royals. Tigers need a 4-5-5 to get within a half a game. For 2-2, that will get the job done. So the Tigers are now a half game out of first place, as both the Indians and the Twins fall to 73 and 81, and the Tigers are at 72 and 81. All right, then we'll go to, we don't need to go then, go to the American League East and also the wild card race. The Red Sox are 4.5 games up on the New York Yankees. The Red Sox are playing in Tampa. They need a 2-1-5 or less to get the victory. 3-6-3 will get the job done. And that will reduce their magic number to 4. Wait, no. Hold on. Timeout. Yes, that would have been, it was 5 coming into the day. With the win by the Red Sox, it would be down to 4. And the Yankees are facing the Blue Jays. I can find them. Okay. Blue Jays are 2 games behind the Yankees. Yankees need a 4-3-6 or less to keep pace with the Red Sox. And they do. So another blow for the Blue Jays wild card hopes. All right, we'll start. Let's go from east to west here. In the National League East, the New York Mets have a 7.5 game lead on the Atlanta Braves. Their magic number is 2. Yes, so a win and a Braves loss, and the Mets will do something that they didn't do in 2007, which is go to the playoffs. All right, the Mets are facing the Florida Marlins. 1-3-6 or more. They will reduce the magic number to 1. 4-5-1. So, and then the Atlanta Braves are facing the Milwaukee Brewers. With a 3-4-1 or higher, the Mets win the National League East. There it is, folks. 4-3-6. So the New York Mets have won the National League East. So make sure that. Yep. So congratulations to the New York Mets for making the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see how they will fare. Right now, the Cubs are looking like they will have the #1 seed. Well, it's only 4.5. We'll see. And so the Braves lose. They are tied with the wild card. Actually, they're a half game out of the Cincinnati Reds. I'll check that real quick. Timeout. Sorry. So, just missed it. The Dodgers lost to the Diamondbacks that needed a 6-4-4 roll and didn't happen. 6-4-5 roll or higher didn't happen. The Rockies needed a 1-5-4 or higher, and they get a 1-6-3. And so your wild card race in the National League is tied with the Rockies and the Braves, both at 81 and 74. And that will conclude Hyperfast Scoring. Just to recap, the A's win the National or the American League West. The Mets will win the National League East and make the playoffs. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good night, everybody.